Hello guys, Grigoli here from Ping Pong G, and today we will cover 5 basic things that you need to know as a beginner to table tennis in order to lay the foundation of your learning journey properly. These 5 things are forehand drive, backhand drive, forehand push, backhand push, and a basic service in order to put the ball into play. The reason I call them foundations is because every other more advanced stroke in table tennis is based on this basic level skills that you have to master first in order to be able to pull off the more advanced strokes afterwards. Now, for example, you can start table tennis and learn forehand topspin right away, but it's not going to have the same quality and you are not going to have the same control over the ball as compared to if you had learned forehand drive properly. So in essence, these basic strokes teach you how to control the ball and perform it at a basic level, so that then you can add more effort and power to the strokes and perform the more high level attacks. Okay, let's start with first the skill that you need to learn when you start practicing table tennis, which is a forehand drive. You can see the footage here of me playing a forehand drive, and you can notice how my hips, my shoulders, and my hand all work together with a compact motion in order to transfer the ball on the other side of the table. Now, I just mentioned forehand topspin, and the foundation of forehand topspin is found right here in the forehand drive mechanic. Because in order to perform the forehand topspin correctly, you need to first have control over your hips, your shoulder, your body rotation, your weight transfer, and of your hand and elbow in order to then add power and perform forehand topspin correctly in a good quality. Few tips for the forehand drive. You can see here that first I'm performing preparation by rotating my hips, shoulders, and consequently arm towards the right, well, in my case as a right-hander. Then I'm doing a little pause as the ball is arriving to me, and afterwards I'm starting the whole motion down from my hips to shoulders to afterwards hand in order to return to the same position where I started the stroke from, by my hand and my elbow extending a bit forward and slightly up. Now, next up, I'm planning to do the forehand drive comprehensive breakdown afterwards, but for now, just remember that the motion has to be compact and done not too fast in order for you to understand what you are doing exactly and focus more on controlling the ball instead of just flat hitting and sending it over the table. Going forwards, you can see me performing a backhand drive right here. As you can see, the motion is quite compact in this case as well. And what backhand drive teaches you is the mastery of 2 things. One is timing, and second is mastery of your forearm. Which means that when you move on to, let's say, backhand topspin, you are going to need mastery of your forearm in order to then add the wrist motion properly to it. So what you have to do is perform the motions that you see up there, an incomplete windshield wiper and slight extension of your forearm, and once again keep it slow and steady in order to really feel the ball, catch it in front of you in the center, and make sure that the whole motion is controlled. Now, before I break down backhand drive more comprehensively in a future video, I would like to give you a tip to imagine that you are holding a little handheld mirror in your hand, which is looking at your belly at the start of the motion, and it's extending forward and upwards and slightly to the right in a way that you can view your head in the mirror. That's where you end the motion for backhand drive. This finishing motion in backhand drive is extremely important because it shows the intention of where you want the ball to go. So where the racket head is looking at, that's where the ball will fly, but you've got to do it with an intention. While we are at it, please make sure to put the like and subscribe to my channel in order not to miss any future breakdown videos, and to also support me on my journey to becoming rank 1 in Georgia. Next on our list is backhand push, actually, because this teaches you how to return underspin with an underspin. What you have to do is bring yourself closer to the ball, contract your elbow just as you see on the footage, keep your racket open, and gently slice under the ball while adding some forward motion in order to ensure the ball crosses over to the opponent's side of the table. Perform the motion under the ball slightly horizontally, sometimes even a bit upwards to the end of the motion. Moving on to the forehand push. Generally it's recommended to learn backhand push first because it's much easier to perform. And as a beginner, first you need to develop how underspin feels and how to control the ball which has underspin on it. So once you learn the backhand push, then you can move on to the forehand push. And same mechanics. You contract the elbow, you go close to the ball, and you make sure to make a horizontal motion which ends slightly upwards. Of course, we've got to keep our racket open here as well and slightly calibrate depending on the amount of underspin that the incoming ball has. While we are discussing this, please comment down below which kind of basic stroke that we just listed do you have the most problems with, and why do you think that happens? And finally, I'm going to show you most basic backhand serve that you can easily perform as a beginner. And I'm teaching backhand specifically because it is easiest to adjust and modify according to the game and what kind of spin your opponent has troubles receiving. So first of all, we are going to just send over a normal ball with a slight topspin on it. You can see how this one looks like. My racket is slightly closed and I'm tossing the ball at least 15 centimeters, remember that's the rule. And I'm choosing the location where the ball flies. So I can choose to send it to opponent's forehand side or backhand side. Usually this one's going to be long, so not much option to adjust the length of this ball. But also you could open your racket angle slightly and work slightly under the ball or sideways. This will give you a degree of unpredictability, which will score you some points there. And as we are on the topic of serves, comment down below what kind of serve do you have the most problems with. Is it side spin, underspin, or a topspin one? Now, if you're a person who is interested with learning table tennis, maybe you are a beginner who started, or maybe you are just looking into getting this amazing sport, I would definitely recommend to start it this way. So forehand drive first and backhand drive, pushes from both sides, and the basic serve. This will help you build the foundation, but also give you tools to maybe win some games while you are learning. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next video where I break down forehand drive comprehensive.